These videos are filmed in the city of Toronto. We acknowledge that we are on the traditional territory of many nations, including the Mississaugas of the Credit, the Anishinaabe, the Chippewa, the Haudenosaunee, and the Wendat peoples, and is now home to many diverse First Nations, Inuit, and Métis peoples. Hello and welcome to Movement with Laurelle, hosted by Wild Wandering Creations. I'm Laurelle and I'll be leading you through this practice today. Today we're going to be exploring element earth, so get ready to feel calm, stable, strong, and grounded. Go ahead and get into some comfortable clothes and we'll get started. Today we're going to start off on our backs. We're just going to find a Shavasana shape, so extending the legs out nice and long, arms alongside the body. You can have the palms facing up towards the sky, or you can rest them against the earth, depending on what you're looking for. Palms facing down is going to give you that grounding energy. Palms facing up is going to give you more of an energizing energy. So just depending on what you need today, choose that option. As you begin to settle in your back, just slowly beginning to become aware of your breath, feeling that connection with the earth beneath you, breathing a little bit of space in between the fingers, in between the toes, and relax the muscles of the face. Becoming aware of the whole body as it connects and holds you here. And begin to feel relaxed and calm. And focusing on the breath, maybe you deepen the inhale, lengthen the exhale. And then slowly on your next in-breath, you're just going to begin to draw that right knee in towards your chest. Interlace your hands, hug that knee in towards you. Give it a nice little squeeze. Maybe you roll out that ankle a couple times, moving one way and moving the other way. And element earth we connect through our bodies, through our physical bodies, because that is how we can feel the earth. That is how we can connect with the earth, with our physical bodies. So thinking about how that earth is there for us, protecting, stable, leaning into those sensations, leaning into that energy. Slowly find stillness with that ankle and seeing if you can hug that knee a little closer to the chest. And then with your left hand, you're just going to guide that right knee over towards the left side. And at the same time, let's take that right arm out towards the right side. Gaze can follow that right hand and just feel that nice expansion in the chest, a nice opening. And if you like to work with an affirmation or an intention, you can use, I am centered and grounded. I am centered and grounded. Anchoring yourself with the breath. And then slowly we'll come back through center. Hug both knees into the chest for a moment. Give yourself a nice rock from side to side. Feel that energy beneath you. Feel the pulse of the earth beneath the body. And then slowly begin to extend that right leg out nice and long. Hug the left knee in towards your chest. And again, maybe you find those ankle rolls one way and then the other way. Doing this a few times. And then slowly, let's find some stillness. Just squeeze that knee a little closer in towards the chest. And then with that right hand, just gently guide the left leg over towards that right side. And that left hand is going to come out towards the left side, and just allow your gaze to follow. Soften the face. Expand through the chest. Feel both shoulders connecting to the earth beneath you. One more deep breath here. And then slowly, let's come back through center. Hug those knees in towards your chest once more. Give yourself a nice little squeeze, a nice little rock from side to side. And then grabbing onto the outer edges of the feet, coming into happy baby. Press the feet up towards the sky and seeing if you can hug the knees a little closer to the chest, shoulders ground down towards the earth. We're breathing here for 5, for 4, for 3, 2, and 1. Gently release the feet. Just hug them in towards your chest for a moment. And then take your hands underneath the thighs, and we're just going to rock and roll a few times up to a seated position. Do this a few times. Have a little fun with it. Explore. And then slowly, let's find our way to a seat. Sometimes I like to slide something underneath my hips to just bring my seat a little higher. Begin to root through the sits bones, drawing the spine nice and long. Soften the shoulders away from the ears. Relax into the shape. Slowly beginning to focus on the breath once more. And as we settle into our seat, let's just take a moment to recognize that yoga is an ancient Eastern practice. Most notably from India, thanking our South Asian ancestors who cultivated this practice for us to be able to partake in it. Slowly beginning to inhale, reach the arms up towards the sky. Let's bend through that left elbow. Grab a hold of the left elbow with the right hand. Left hand just falls down the spine. And we'll just find a nice stretch in that elbow. You can tuck the chin in towards your chest here. Make sure you're rooting through the sits bones, keeping the spine long. And notice if you're focusing on that breath. And one more deep breath here. And then gently release that right hand from the elbow. Take it down towards the earth and extend that left arm over towards the right side. Side body stretch. Open up through the heart. Gaze can fall down towards the earth or it can fall up towards the sky, depending on what feels best for your neck today. If your gaze is up, gently take it down and release that left arm down. Sweep the hands through center, walk them forward, tent through the fingertips. Tuck through the chin, round through the spine. And then slowly walk the hands back in towards the body. Slowly roll all the way up. Inhale here to reach the arms up. Bend through that right elbow. Grab a hold of that elbow with the left hand and let the right hand just slide down the spine. And breathing into that right side, just tuck that chin in towards your chest once more. Continuing to feel that grounding energy. Element Earth is the principle of stability. So allowing this energy to fill you up, to ground you in this moment, allowing you to feel safe and calm. And gently release that left hand down towards the earth. Right hand sweeps over towards that left side. Nice side body stretch. Again, maybe the gaze is down towards the earth. Maybe it's up towards the sky. Open up through the heart. And then if it's up towards the sky, just gently take it down. And we'll slowly sweep the hands down towards the earth once more. This time, plant down through the hands. Extend them as long as you can. You can press the earth away, round through the spine, tuck through the chin. And then slowly begin to walk the hands back in towards the body. Slowly roll the shoulders down away from the ears. Gently remove that seat and we'll come into a all fours position. Hands come underneath the shoulders. Fingertips spread nice and wide. We're going to find a few cat-cows just to release the spine, reset that spine. So ground down through those hands. Make sure you're not hyperextending through the elbow as you drop the belly on the inhale and draw the gaze up. Exhale here to round through the spine, tuck that chin in towards your chest. Inhale here, let's lift. And exhale to round. Move with breath. Let's close down the eyes here even, or just soften that gaze so that you can really focus on that connection of the breath. Connect with the universe holding and supporting you. That is all about element earth, trusting the universe to hold and support you. Listening to the message of our body. And that is how we first connect to element earth, connecting to the physical body, as our physical body is what connects us to the earth. So listening and trusting. One more here. And then slowly we'll come back through center, find that nice neutral spine, and we'll begin to tuck through those toes, press into the hands, and we'll lift up into a downward facing dog. Press into the feet, press into the heels, bending one knee and then the other, really exploring here. Allowing yourself a few moments to just move around so that you can finally feel settled in your shape. Drawing those heels as close to the earth as they'll come, maybe straightening through the legs. If they don't quite straight, no worries. Hands press into the earth evenly. See if you can spread the fingertips a little wider. And then on your in-breath, lift that right leg up and back behind you, three-legged dog. Exhale, draw that knee towards your nose, look between the hands, and step that right foot forward. Ground down through the hands first. You're going to keep your hands grounded down for a moment. Just keep the gaze down. Make sure that that front knee is in line with the front ankle. And then on your in-breath, you're going to sweep those arms back behind you, palms face down towards the earth. Keep the gaze down. Keep the hinge from the hips. On your in-breath, sweep the arms up, drop that left knee down towards the earth. Sweep up. You can untuck those back toes, little baby back bend. Soften the shoulders. Look up and draw the jawline back. And then as you exhale here, release the hands, frame that front foot, shift those hips back, straighten through that front leg. Fold forward here. Breathing into the back of the leg. We're here for 3. For 2. And for 1. Slowly, let's come forward. Hands frame that front foot, tuck the back toes, step back, high plank. Option here to lower the knees. Option to bend through the elbows, lowering all the way down towards the earth. Hug the elbows into the ribs, press at the tops of the feet as you inhale for baby cobra. Exhale to lower. Tuck through those toes, press through tabletop, lift up through the hips, downward facing dog. Take a moment in your down dog to just find your breath, find that connection, and reconnect with element earth. Inhale here to lift the left leg up and back. Exhale, draw that knee towards your nose, look between the hands, step that left foot forward. Ground down through the feet. Keep the hands grounded as you find that stability in the legs. On your in-breath, sweep the arms back. Keep the hinge from the hips, palms face down towards the earth. Lift that back heel a little higher. And then on your in-breath, sweep the arms up, drop that right knee down, untuck those toes, little baby back bend. Pressing into that front knee, softening through the shoulders. And then exhale here, let's release the hands, sweep back, hips shift back, straightening through the front leg. And I forgot to mention on the first side, but you can use blocks to help support you, to give you a little bit of height if you're really tight in the back of that leg, which I am very tight today. Softening into it for 3 more breaths. You've got this. You're doing so good. 1 more here. And then slowly slide forward. Bend into that front knee. Hands come and frame that front foot. Tuck through the back toes. Step back. High plank. Option here to lower all the way or halfway. Option to lower those knees. On your in-breath, find baby cobra, upward facing dog. And then exhale, tuck through the toes, either lifting through high plank or tabletop. Lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Press the heels into the earth. And then let's all take our knees down towards the earth, big toes touch, and we'll find a wide-legged child's pose. Allow the arms to fall heavy. Allow the forehead to soften into the earth. And seeing if you can drop the hips a little closer towards your heels. Slowly beginning to soften into your child's pose. This is such a good shape to help you connect to the earth, help you feel a little bit more grounded. And it's so good because it helps you quiet the mind and it helps you listen to your body. We often miss the messages of the body because we're too busy or we're not paying attention or we don't hold stillness enough. So when we hold child's pose, we can listen to what our body needs. We can hear those messages. And then we can better support ourselves. 1 more deep breath here. And then slowly press into the hands. Come through tabletop, tuck through those toes, lift up through those hips. Let's find downward facing dog. Slowly begin to walk the feet in towards the hands, towards the top of the mat. Fold forward as you get there. Maybe grab opposite elbow, soften through the knees. Maybe find a little sway from side to side. Let everything go. Seeing if you can release the weight of the head a little bit more. Really soften into it. And then releasing the hands down towards the earth. Soften that sway. And then slowly begin to roll the body up, taking your time here. Slowly, slowly, slowly rolling up. Slow it down even more. Head, neck, and shoulders come up last. Soften everything down, and we're just going to come into a strong mountain pose. So hands are alongside the body. Spread the fingertips a little bit wider. Soften the shoulders. Seeing if you can grow the body a little taller. And what I want you to do is begin to root through all 4 corners of the feet. And I want you to start to pay attention to where that weight is in the feet. Oftentimes our weight isn't evenly distributed. So I want you to just become aware. No judgment, no criticizing, just simply noticing where the weight is in your feet. And then when you slowly become aware, I want you to begin to rock the weight forward and back as you close the eyes. And just feel that connection in the heels and then in the balls of the feet. And then slowly sway the body from side to side. And notice where the body catches you so you don't fall. And then slowly bring your body back through center. And seeing if you can distribute that weight evenly between both feet. And notice how that feels. Notice the difference in the body. Do you feel a little bit more grounded, a little bit more stable, a little bit more structured in your stance? And you can slowly peel open those eyes. And trying to keep that connection of the weight underneath the feet throughout your life, because we often are on one side or in the balls of the feet, in the heels of the feet. So seeing if you can keep that connection off the mat. Inhale here, let's sweep the arms up. Grab a hold of that right wrist and we'll just gently pull it over towards the left side. Side body stretch. Inhale here, let's come back through center, release the hands, grab a hold of that left wrist, pull it over towards the side. Inhale here, let's come back through center, release the hands, and as you release the hands down alongside the body, let's just roll out those wrists, let it go. It's just going to come into a balancing series. So you're just going to slowly draw the hands towards your heart center. Root through that left foot, and you're going to begin to lift up through that right knee. Make sure that it doesn't come higher than hip height. And then you're just going to begin to take that right ankle just above the left knee, and you're just going to sit back into your seat. So you're going to sit back as far as you can. And then as you sit back, I want you to see if you can draw those forearms down towards your leg. Trying to keep the spine long as you do so and sitting the seat down a little bit lower as you do so. Finding a spot on the floor that you can focus on to hold you here for 3 breaths. Seeing if you can anchor the breath. 1 more deep breath. And then inhale here, lift all the way up through standing. Release that knee. And then gently press that right heel back behind you. Grab to the inside of that foot and we'll just find a passive dancer stretch. Reach the left arm up. Soft kick into that right hand, and then gently release that leg, release the hands, and just give your body a little shake. Little release. Hands come back in towards your heart. Lift up through that left knee, no higher than the hip. And then gently take that ankle on top of that right leg and begin to drop the seat nice and low. Seeing if you can drop a little lower so that your arms come a little closer to that leg. Keep the spine straight. Open up through the chest. We're breathing here for 3. For 2. And for 1, inhale, rise all the way up. Release that left knee and then slowly grab to the inside of that left foot. Reach the right arm up. Soft kick into that left foot. Nice passive dancer's pose. And then slowly release that foot, release the hands. Give the body a little shake, a little wiggle, let it go, shake out the leg, shake out the arm. And then begin to find that nice strong stance once more. Hands come towards your heart. Feel that grounding element earth energy. Feeling that connection with the feet to the earth, and maybe, just maybe, you can feel the pulse of the earth. Feel into that powerful energy and let it ground you and hold you and center you today, not only in your practice, but off the mat. Repeating that affirmation, I am centered and grounded. And knowing that whenever you feel unbalanced, or a little unstable, that you can come back to the breath. Use the breath to anchor you. Use the breath to calm you and feel grounded. And with gratitude for our practice and with gratitude for this community, thank you so much for holding space with me today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. If you like this video, let me know in the comment section below. Give it a like and don't forget to subscribe so that you can get free yoga and meditation videos every single week. I'll see you on the mat next week.